They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Rosen will throw. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
DeHunt, 51 to Mike. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call the timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. DeHunt, 180.
3 buzz.
First carry now for Alexander Madison. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Coming again.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here's a give to Madison running right. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
They're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Stay with your man.
Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Hey, high 7.
Cousins from the gun on third. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Don't let him breathe. Monday. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Rosen hands off to Johnson. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going, and being able to make a play on the football.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen. They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
51. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On second down, this is Madison. And he'll get this down only to the 18. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Here we go.
On third down, Cousins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph. His 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season,
I'm coming.
because here we are in
Season
December,
of giving.
right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
All day. I'm coming.
From the 29, Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Eluding the pressure right. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They look to get something started. They need to. Down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 22-yard line.
180. Watch 65.
65, 65, 65.
From the the gun, a run for Johnson. And yet again, he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Bringing up 3rd and 12.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Throwing deep for Galladay. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Picks, baby. All day,
We haven't
every
even
day.
escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. It's complete to Hopkins. A big play there for Minnesota. 44 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we actually live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Give them maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
51. Hey, pick your game up.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown.
Touchdown, baby.
Kyle Rudolph with a 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think
did.
you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Play. 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Right there.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, His guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You're all mine.
Johnson on the counter. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Check back, check back.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And some space here. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
They'll run it with Johnson. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them a hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Get it.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this 1st half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Cousins. Complete. Smith has it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this 1st half of action.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To throw is Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. Cousins again. And Diggs has it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Rosen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 19. On 3rd down, Johnson. He finds an opening pass. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over this.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 35. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Buzz, be ready, be ready. Let's go. Mike 51, Mike 51. I'm coming, baby, I'm coming, baby. Woo!
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Going deep for Hopkins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one.
I'm with you totally. I would sit on.
And now here is another interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
You see me out here? That's right.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Gun.
Following the interception, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime.
And he's into the clear. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison, 78 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Who there? Who there?
They go to Johnson again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Tonight, 180. Watch the run. Watch tight. Watch tight. Tight end right. Tight end right.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And this is going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Taken in at the 22. Diggs with a good footwork. Now, a nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Let's go.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They'll run it with Madison. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line. Cousins now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. Here's Madison running on first down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Let's go, baby.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Madison. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, baby.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They toss to Ingram. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd and goal for Cousins. He'll buy some time right. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Yeah, good job,
DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown number 15 of the year. As his guys continue to pour it on. Bailey got the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
41, Lions 3. Dan Bailey, the kickoff for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. He spins free. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to clutch them deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Switch. Switch.
On 2nd and 9, Rosen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Check. 80. Check. What do you got?
From the gun, it's Rosen. He's going to look deep down the field. And my goodness, another interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
It's our field. It's our field.
Play action now. Cousins. They'll roll him out right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. From the gun, here's Cousins.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
He's got the completion to Hopkins. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Go!
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
They can't hang with us.
Going on the ground with Madison. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Cousins.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. DeAndre Hopkins. His second touchdown of the afternoon. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead will swell by one more. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. We have played 3 quarters, and that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next one? Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
After the sack on first down, Rosen. And now here is another interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Let's go.
42-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. They'll run with Madison. And he's got some space here. 20. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Three red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
That's it, baby.
A very valuable 9-yard pickup, but now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Madison. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Brings up 4th and goal at the 3-yard line.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Bailey's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
James Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Hey, defense,
Rosen
let's
now,
go. Pick it up,
5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. And this one complete to Burnett. Touchdown, Detroit! Deontay Burnett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions gain a bit of respectability.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, Just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get out.
Tighten up, tighten
While
up.
the training staff
Pull
takes a
together.
peek, we'll take a break. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure. We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Check 3.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He finds Hopkins complete. And he gets it down to the 32. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now a give to Madison. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down at about the length of the football. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey.
On the handoff, it's Madison. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, they run with Madison. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down.
No gain on the play. It's now fourth down.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Minnesota, they move back over 500 at 7-6.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup